Turn back the Celtics.
Shaw beats Ewing with the ball. Ewing with the spin. Ewing, yes! What a tough shot! Serve fires on the hop. Picked up by Ewing. Here's one going all the way. For Ewing. Yes.
Against the Nets.
Got away with a bad pass.
Oh my goodness!
Threw it away. 1 second. Edwards rejected. That's 6 blocks for Ewing. Jackson on the top.
For Eastern Conference round.
Here's Starks. Starks with the ball.
The Suns.
Here's Ewing.
Finds his hit now. Alonzo Mourning. Ewing.
Oh, wow. Iverson, bothered by Lou.
I just shot my shot at this little dot. I'm tryna crit that neck on her big neck. My niggas tryna crit.
What's up, YouTube? It's Drawing back with a big body bang 23 video. Now, first things first, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, roll to 6K. And I'm saying today I am the build dealer on your local quarter. And I'm coming out with this Patrick Ewing build video. Yes, sir, requested this today. I had a good time with this build as always. You know, you always request interesting builds to make, and this is just one out of the many that I've already done this year. Well, really 2022. I'm not gonna say last year. I am not going to say last year, but still, you know, after we finish this build, let me know what you think down below. As always, comment any builds y'all want, and as always, I get to them, you know, whether it's now, tomorrow, the week after, the month after. I'm just gonna get to it. That's all you gotta know. You know, it's currently like early in the morning, so my bad if I sound a little bit groggy, but like, you know, I'm hitting you with that morning voice, you know, light skin Riz, you know, with Riz, and yeah. But without further ado, let's get right into the attributes that I use for this Patrick Ewing Knicks build video. All right, so as you see, the logistics of this build is that it is a center number 33. You're going to make this center 7 foot tall, because before I get into this as well, I want you to remember that everything that I do in the physical is as accurate as possible. So 7 foot tall, 240 pounds, 7'9" wingspan, and built body shape. Now the wingspan, I had to max it out. Well, not max it all the way, because the max is 7'10", but Pat Ewing had an 8-foot wingspan according to Google, but 280 didn't let me get the 8 foot, so I kept it at 7'9". Now for the shooting, you want an 81 mid-range. You want to put the 3-point shot up to a 50. You want to put his close shot up to an 85. And then for his driving layup, you want it to be put up to a 70. You want a standing dunk up to a 95. And you want his post control all the way up to a 94 to get gold quick first step. Now, for the playmaking, you want a 65 pass accuracy, and then you pretty much leave the rest alone. You want to have an 88 interior defense for silver post move lockdown. You want to put your block to 87 for silver anchor, which will help you block more shots. You want his rebounding, defense rebound to be a 95, and his offense rebound to be a 75 for Hall of Fame box out beast. Then for his physicals, you want a 55 speed, 50 acceleration, 86 strength for gold brick wall, and a 95 stamina. And then for the vertical, lastly, you know, help you on the rebounds and blocking, you want a 60 vertical. Now, you see, this is pretty much the base of this build. You see how I upgrade the free throw to a 70 and put the steal up just a bit, and then put the perimeter up to a 40. But this is pretty much how it is. So once again, let me know what you think down below. As you see, you have a good amount of badges for a two-way type of player, and you are able to shoot in the mid-range low post area, which is what especially made Pat Ewing good, is that he has such an arsenal in the post and could also dunk on people. So you see how I have post scoring takeovers, rebounding takeovers, rim protecting takeovers, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I went with advanced post moves and stuff blocks for the takeovers that I chose. And you see in the shades of who do you think I get? Patrick Ewing. So as always, like, comment, subscribe if you're new. You see I always make them as accurate as possible. I try to get the people in the shades of. You see is a two-way inside the arc score. You know, I feel like that's a good way to describe Pat Ewing. You know, what he averaged like 22 points a game in his career. I think 10-ish rebounds, 2 blocks a game, 1 steal a game. You know, man's was different. But yeah, once again, like, comment, subscribe. You see it as Pat Ewing. Now with the badge spread, you're going to see that the build is not so balanced in terms of badge spread, but you do have a good amount of badges. You have enough badges to pretty much fill out a lot of the tier 3 categories in finishing. You have enough badges to get Hall of Fame magician, you know, and pretty much be a consistent mid-range shooter. You have a good enough badges to get gold quick first step and break starter. And then for defense, of course, you have the necessary things that you need in terms of brick wall, anchor, pogo stick, rebound chaser, etc. But as you know, on next gen, once again, I'm not sure how it is on current gen, but you have +4 badge attributes. See, I would put all +4 toward finishing on this build, just because it would be more convenient to have more finishing badges. Now, the way this build plays is very straightforward. You literally get into the post, bag your defender down, hit him with a move. Literally, that is all post scoring builds. You know, either that or you could play in a low post or a low pick and roll where, you know, you set a screen, roll to the rim. Or you can play in a low post and just hit a post fade. You know, at the end of the day, it's up to you with how you play with this build. But what was really amazing about this build is that, you know, I wasn't really ever a liability on defense. Of course, you know, I was getting a lot of blocks this game. I think I had about 4 blocks this game. I had a good amount of rebounds at the half. So obviously that will translate well to rec, and it will obviously translate well to park. You know, say you have a speedy guard, you know, you can be the center that is setting screens for them with that gold brick wall, you know, setting devastating screens on whoever is trying to guard up on your guard, you know. Or you can be the center that dominates. You have a 94 post control, you know, you will drop step with ease, you know. But let's talk about Pat Ewing a bit. So obviously Pat Ewing is one of the most notorious players to not win a ring. You know, he played in that MJ era where MJ was kind of just running stuff, and then that brief period where Hakeem won 2 rings, you know. And I think that Pat Ewing definitely gets underrated because we value rings a little bit too much. You know, rings aren't really that important in my opinion. Rings are a team thing, and if a team gets to the NBA Finals, I think it's more about the Finals MVP. You know, but even so, it's like this man was different as a center. You know, he definitely showed his dominance. You know, he showed what he could be, showed what he could do. He showed how you could carry that team as a center, you know, and it wasn't really like a deep team. He had John Starks and then him, you know, going crazy. But I don't know. Let me know what you think down below about Pat Ewing. If you do think he was underrated or underappreciated. That is pretty much the end of the video, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the road to 6K as always. I'm out. Peace.